Guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'm Kiara, or you can call me Dolce, and I'm so glad that you clicked on this video because in some way it must have interested you. If you're not new to this channel, thank you so much for returning. We're definitely friends. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If you are new, and I'm so glad that you clicked on that thumbnail that you saw, please be sure to click the subscribe button so that you can join the Dolce family and turn on your notifications so that you can be notified whenever a new video comes out. Today, I am continuing on with the series Pretty Girl Problems, which is part of my Honey and Hot Sauce podcast. And there's no way that I could talk about Pretty Girl Problems without addressing this huge problem amongst pretty girls, and that is Kevin Samuels. Not necessarily him as much as his audience. His male audience is red. Stay tuned. Now I need to let you know that I've literally watched months on months worth of Kevin Samuels content. So I'm not coming from a place where I've only seen 1 or 2 videos and I've gotten my conclusion. I've literally watched him for a long time, trying to get an understanding of where he's coming from, because honestly, I was introduced to him first by, of course, the viral video, Average at Best video, and I was just immediately like, nope, not dealing with that. He's trying to kill people's self-confidence and I'm not with it. But then my brother presented it to me again, and I was like, if my brother's watching it, then maybe I can see what kind of value he's finding in it. And plus, he's telling me that everybody's seeing that one video and getting there. Okay, so, all right, I'm hearing you out. Let's check out some more videos. And I literally have been watching his lives, watching his streams, watching his old stuff. And I've been intrigued for quite a few months. And I think that what I've learned the most is where I probably stand in the sexual marketplace. The sexual marketplace. A lot of things about high society and how they think, and straight up and honest how a lot of the world thinks. And I understand that as an image consultant that Kevin Samuels has to be very honest, blunt, and even maybe brash sometimes too. And then from the business and marketing side of it, you have to evoke emotion in order to get what you want. So in order to get a lot of views, shares, comments, engagement, you have to evoke emotion. You have to get people responding in some way. And negative emotion is usually going to get the loudest response than happy emotions. The reality shows with all the drama last a lot longer than the happy reality shows for a reason, okay? So basically, he is the Charlemagne of YouTube, okay? He's basically trolling people because he knows it's going to get him emotional response. And his era kind of begun at the same time that Derrick Jackson's was ending. So when Derrick Jackson fell, all eyes went to Kevin Samuels when it came to relationship coaching, because people looked at him and thought, I guess at first glance, that he's a relationship coach. And I've walked away from there with a lot of information that I can use. And I also have learned whether I'm the type of person who wants what he considers a high value man, or what I guess a lot of people would consider a high value man, which is a man that makes 6-figure or more, and all this other stuff. However, the comment section is a whole different animal, and that's the bone that I have to pick today. That is the pretty girl problem. I have to pick a bone with his freaking audience. So I get it from the business side of it. You gotta do what you gotta do to make your coin. It's so real to so many people that's where the problem is coming in, because the guys in the comments, there's a lot of people who take his social media presence as gold and his word as law, and you can see that clearly in the comments section. First, I have to talk. I don't know why women keep joining the videos. Like, at this point, you can't win. I don't care how youthful, vibrant, friendly, and feminine that you seem. It's not going to work on his platform, okay? It's just not going to work because his audience is filled with he-man woman haters. I mean, you could be up there trying to be his very best friend, okay? Women come up there literally kissing his butt almost every freaking episode, and it's just not going to work. Like, you're not going to be his friend, okay? And the men are going to be like, you look about average. My issue is, where are we going with this? What do we do? What do we do now? Okay, we get it. A lot of Black women are aggressive, overweight, masculine, and a lot of men are not feeling that. All right. So now what? Okay, the answer could be women, try to be more feminine, friendly, fit, beautiful, and inspiring. You know, okay, that's awesome. Now, if you are fit, feminine, and friendly, and beautiful, and inspired, raised by the best housewife in the world, and who passed down the cookbook of ages down to you that you contribute to, just because you're on the video with him, you've disqualified yourself, because high value men don't want their women on social media. So it's just like, you just won't win. So to me, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, where do we go from here? Kind of like, it's giving a little counterproductivity to me at this point, mainly because there's no control over the audience. And he has even said that he's not gonna control his audience, which to me is, again, counterproductive, because it's not helping feed the community at all. It's literally dividing men and women. And that is where I get concerned, because now anyone who's a Kevin Samuels fan, or I call them Kevin Samuels goons, they feel the need to unwarrantedly give you their opinion about you. Now it's kind of like you can spot a Kevin Samuels class graduate anywhere, because they just feel like they need to tell you whether you're pretty enough for them or not, even if you're not even interested. Like, okay, so on Facebook, you just add people sometimes. You might know them, you might think you know them, recognize them, you have mutual friends, and you add, or they add you and you accept, right? So I accepted this one particular guy, and not long after, I don't know how long it was before this happened, but I was posting a series of photos just celebrating this beautiful, awesome fashion show that I was in this beautiful, awesome velvety green dress that was just a hit. He found the need to get on my page, comment under my picture, and say, I just see an average girl who, at least she's not overweight. And I was like, excuse me? Why? Who asked you? Who asked you?
She doesn't even go here.
Because I know that Kevin Samuels' message is mostly centered around how women want high-value men. I went to this guy's page just to see if he was a high-value man, and he wasn't. The problem, like, the people who are the loudest in his comments are not even high-value men. They're just random men.
She doesn't even go here.
And I'm not asking him to tell his audience, don't say that, and pop them on the wrist and stuff like that. I'm hoping that he would at least try to filter comments. Fortunately, Kevin Samuels has presented it as a well-known fact, one, and also a reasonable expectation in the dating world, which was awesome. And I'm glad that he did that, because, again, I used to feel bad knowing that that's deep down what I actually always wanted. He also insists that men of high caliber have many options, which means that women need to compete by being fit, friendly, and feminine, as opposed to overweight, aggressive, and masculine. You also have to be a joy around him in order to keep him interested. A great cook with a cookbook, sexually open, raised to be a housewife, and willing to get rid of your social media. And you would think that a lot of women would hear this and say, oh, no problem, I can do that. But it's not quite that simple for a lot of women, because one, a lot of that is highly subjective, and two, a lot of us were not raised to be those things, specifically Black women. Why? Because our men were taken out of the house. And that really sucks, because honestly, like I said in episode 3, I want to be arm candy, okay? I want to be a housewife. I love that kind of stuff. I thrive in it. However, I was raised by a single mom, so I wasn't raised to be a housewife. So that can be pretty discouraging. And then to add on top of it, his message that there's just no hope for Black women, and his audience that's feeding into it and makes it a point to remind you every chance they get, it kind of just makes you feel like, dang, should I even strive for any of this? Fortunately, we have people like Anna Bay, Ada Rose, Simply Shanika. These are women, of course, but people that encourage you and tell you that you can be that. Even if you didn't grow up that way, it's something that you can decide now that you're worthy of, and that you can change in your life to become worthy of, even if you weren't worthy before. And I feel like that's been extremely helpful, because where we might think that there is no hope and there's no reason to try to be elegant or sophisticated or even feminine, and just instead feed into the whole hot girl, city girl trope and remain that way, now we can say, actually, I don't want to be like Jada Cheeves, or I don't want to be like Ari. I don't want to be like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't want to be like Cardi B. I want to be more like Olivia Pope. And I can actually succeed in doing that. And I think at the end of the day, it's healthy to know that we have that option. So yeah, Kevin Samuels, get your friends, get your guys, get your goons, get them under control. And for someone like me who is naturally a type B personality, soft, sensitive, cries, feminine, bubbly, and ENFTP type of personality, I don't fit in with the hot girl trope. I don't fit in with being hard and masculine. It's not who I am to be what he's saying all black women are. And I'm glad to now know that I don't have to try to force myself into this box over here that I don't want to be in and don't like and don't naturally fit in. I can embrace who I actually am, and so can you. If that's who you are, even if it's not who you naturally are, it's good to know that we have the option to be soft, feminine, and just relax in our femininity and embrace it and breathe and know that there's more out there for us in this world. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like it and leave a comment. Let's start a conversation in the comment section and tell me what you thought about what I said and what you think about Kevin Samuels' videos. Do you find them valuable or counterproductive, or a little bit of both? And yeah, thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.